Hey guys, Disler Magic here, and no surprise to anybody, but there are 5 gods in 5 colors in Amonkhet. We basically knew about that about a year ago. We already know the red one, it's completely unplayable garbage, and now we see the blue one. It seems like the theme is indestructible, so they copied that from earlier god sets, we'll just say. So this is the blue one, and you guys know blue is pretty much my favorite color in Magic, so I was hoping this one would not suck. It turns out it looks pretty good, but there's a little bit of a drawback, but people just aren't thinking hard enough about this. So this is Kefnet the Careful. Why the hell isn't this in English? Once again, Wizards, English company, mostly English player base, release the card spoiler in English. You don't look exotic, you don't look multicultural, you just look incompetent. Nobody wants to just cross their fingers and hope that they translated this correctly because, well, how'd that work out last time with, I think, Peace Walker Colossus? There is no limit to the stupidity of Wizards of the Coast at this point. Anyway, mini rant over. This is a 3-cost 5/5 in blue. That officially makes it almost the most powerful creature ever printed in blue. Oh, compared to its mana cost, I should say. This is like up there with some of the illusion creatures and Garrow's Masterpiece. It's also flying, even though it's not a Sphinx, so that's pretty cool. And also, it's indestructible, like I mentioned. The only problem is it can't attack or block unless you have 7 or more cards in your hand. I don't believe there's a card in Standard that lets you have more than 7 cards in your hand at a time at the moment. Now, the interesting thing is you can pay 4, draw a card, which would +1 your cards in hand, and then you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. So if you wanted, you could be at 5 cards, activate this once, bring a land back to hand, now you're at 6, draw a card, now you're at 7, boom, you can swing that turn. So it seems like the abilities do feed into the card manipulation that you need for these god cards, at least with the 2 that we've seen so far. I would say that anything where you can draw, and you don't have to sacrifice or cast a spell, or, it's not a one and done draw effect. Anything that's a recurring draw effect is very powerful. Now, this is also, a 5/5 in the air indestructible for 3. That almost seems overpowered until you consider it can't do much of anything unless you have 7 or more cards in your hand. But unlike the red god where you have to have 1 or fewer cards in hand, otherwise it can't do much, this is a lot easier to do because you're almost in complete full control of it. Also, it costs 3. You could have 7 cards in your hand on turn 3, or turn 4, or turn 5 at least. Now, this doesn't even have haste, so you just bought yourself a turn anyway. So if you're close, you're holding like 5 cards in hand, just wait 2 turns, just naturally draw something. You wouldn't even have to use its ability. Here's what a lot of people seem to be forgetting. You can still force fight with it, you can still crew a vehicle with it, you can still fling it, you can still use the green card that says deal its power to an opponent's creature. There's a mountain of things you can do with this. I mean, thank God Life's Legacy isn't legal right now, although Standard kind of needs that card. So this is crazy powerful. I think this might be like a $15 to $20 card easily. So I think that this card is going to be borderline unfair when it comes to, all the other recurring draw that can just pack your hand. And then you've got your Glimmer, your Anticipate, your energy-based dude where he taps and draws a card. A lot of the draw effects say draw then discard, but then again, a lot of them don't. So I think this is going to be a very doable, very fast, very dangerous card. I would probably put it on par with Ensoul Artifact, where you'd have a flying or indestructible 5/5 on a very early turn, except that you only need this 1 card. You do not need a 2-card combo to do it. So I don't like unreliable cards, but like I said, this seems the most doable. So do I like it? Yeah, I'll probably try to play it in something, I guess. Thank God it looks like it's just so damn fast it could do something about all these control decks. But even if you didn't go first, they could block the summoning of this. I mean, even if you did go first, the Negate won't do it, but there's a couple more cards that would stop this. So overall, I kind of like it. I wish they would have made it a little bit more reliable and less powerful, because both of those together would have made a more playable card. But yeah, I think this will see some play for sure. I bet it'll be pretty annoying too, unfortunately. I have a feeling that the white god, which is the other one I care about because, white and blue are my 2 favorites, it's going to have something about you need to have X amount of life to swing, and it'll probably have a discard a card, gain, 3 life or something like that, and it'll probably be vigilant and indestructible. So that's my theory. Leave your theories down in the comment section. Might want to do it quick because, yeah, we're going to probably see the gods leaked pretty soon here. In fact, what the hell? Okay, green god. I'm going to say trample and indestructible. 5/5 probably costs 4 just for fairness. And can't attack or block unless you have 3 creatures on the field, we'll say, because that's kind of a green thing. Black, I'm going to say it sacrifices a creature and your opponent loses 3 life and you gain it. It has Death Touch and Indestructible, 5/5 for 3, and I think it won't be able to attack or block unless one of your creatures, or no, a creature on the battlefield died this turn, we'll say. So that's my 3 guesses for the 3 gods. It's probably going to be something close to that if I'm wrong. If so, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It seems kind of neat. This by itself kind of does promote mono a little bit, but I still want to see an absolute punishment for people running more than one color. Not just encouraging some people to run mono because it might work. I want to see people get destroyed for running 3 color. 3 color is an abomination that needs to be removed from the game. If you disagree, you clearly have not been following Magic close enough in the last 2 years. I'll see you guys next video.